Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another daily cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you like what you see, and let's get right into the information today. So, Sam I Am on 2D Lifeboats on YouTube just shared this recent article that just came out today. MoneyGram called down the remaining 20 million from Ripple. I guess they must be planning to rapidly expand the ODL on-demand liquidity corridors utilizing XRP. So right in this article, we can see, and of course we already know about Ripple's original investment. We see that Ripple has finally made the final $20 million investment in MoneyGram equity pursuant to Ripple's original $50 million equity investment. And they did purchase the stock at $4.10 per share, so which represents a significant premium at MoneyGram's current market price. So we're seeing that, and again, we know Alex Holmes, CEO of MoneyGram, and MoneyGram is the world's second largest money transfer service business, is preaching highly of XRP. Our partnership with Ripple is transformative for both the traditional money transfer and digital asset industry. For the first time ever, we are settling currencies within seconds. The initial success encourages us to expedite expanding our use of on-demand liquidity. He's talking partnerships with companies like Ripple, support innovation, and allow us to invest in creating better customer experiences. I anticipate furthering our growth into new corridors and exploring new products and services. Right here, MoneyGram is currently approximately moving 10% of its Mexican peso. Guys, so again, we've heard Brianne Madigan as well go over this. Wait until we 10x this and reach full capacity. All right, and this is only one corridor. And when you're considering corridors, it's kind of like combinations. You have to look at the other currency pairs there and back as well. All right, let's see, last month, and then talking about Philippines, and then they'll also be expanding. I know we're in Australia as well, and then in 2020, we'll be moving into Thailand. So exciting times for sure. I just watched the recent hour and a half interview of Brad Garlinghouse, David Schwartz, Marcus Treacher, all on Bank XRP's channel that just came out on the big podcast, and basically just talking about, just a few points I want to hit home too, is 40% of Ripple's customers are in the APAC region, the Asian Pacific region, and XRP obviously is the best option there is to revolutionize the world of payments. Now it's a hit or miss, but based on the adoption, guys, it's becoming more and more likely that it will succeed by the day. So ignore these short-term price manipulations, drops. We are still following the entire market. Yes, there are whales, and I believe there's a lot of other factors that we don't even know, and maybe we might not ever know of. But keep in mind, Ripple is better off, and they kind of explain this, that utilizing XRP as an open source technology to solve the payments problem is the best option they have because it's global and it allows for organic liquidity to develop over time in various currency pairs. It would be a lot more expensive if they just had some type of private currency because there would not be organic liquidity there. There would be no native traders to foster this ecosystem from the ground up. And liquidity allows tighter spreads, and the tight spreads allow for these actual exchange trades for XRP in and out as a bridge currency to be cheap and costly for these organizations rather than having pre-funded accounts. Now we talk about xCurrent as well, and the thing is, why is xCurrent superior to the current SWIFT system? Even though SWIFT is trying to keep up with SWIFT GPI, it's still not solving the problem at hand. Now xCurrent, of course, enables bi-directional messaging. It's a messaging framework, and kind of like SWIFT today, they're unidirectional. It's kind of like sending a postcard. You can execute a SWIFT wire transfer, you write your name on your card, send it to the post office, and you wait until the partner in another country says, hey, we got it. Could be days, could be weeks. And you kind of just cross your fingers. You don't know the route they're going. You have no idea what's going to happen or what could happen. And today, that could get rejected. That payment could get rejected. And let's say that if you verified the account number or the username instead of Garlinghouse said Garlington, the username didn't match, the payment would actually be rejected. Now, this type of mistake, this costs the banks tons of overhead as well. And if you ask me and anybody else, that's unacceptable in today's world. All right, the banking system, of course, this number changes a lot depending on what they're really focusing on. But now they're saying the banking system of $10 trillion is in pre-funded accounts, these Nostro Vostro, Nostro Vostro accounts, however you'd like to pronounce it. And we need this oil, so to speak, around where the money cannot move effectively. So there's many currencies that do not have direct relationships. So we have a correspondent banking network in place today, and it's still very costly and inefficient to move around the existing system. Ripple, the private company, is developing liquidity for all of these pairs, all of these corridors to allow value to move freely. And this is utilizing XRP with on-demand liquidity. All right, and I wouldn't be surprised to see R3 really ramping up the core to settler in due time in the world of trade finance as well. All right, and then right here, Bank XRP. So Ripple's Eric Van Miltenberg, Senior VP of Ripple Business, swell interview recently. Again, on-demand liquidity. We launched in Mexico last year. We launched in the Philippines. Yesterday, we announced Australia, which is awesome. And there's also a huge list, maybe not huge, but again, it's on the to-do list. There's a list of countries on the roadmap, and Thailand is being one for 2020. All right, and let's just see what else comes in this. I would assume Singapore as well if we were considering the APAC region. Right here, Stephen Bull from the DIEP. Updates from the ECB, European Central Bank, on crypto assets. We are looking at the benefits of crypto assets, but also assessing their risks. And this woman here just kind of discusses that. They talk about stable coins. They talk about being a good framework, and they are looking into this. Central banks are looking into developing their own digital currencies. They're looking at pegging. They're looking at variations of stable coins. They're looking at volatility risks, and they're assessing everything. They're working on regulations and compliance. So this is a step in the right direction. And then lastly, we're going to finish off with this. We got Mark Brown, digital asset reporter, just sharing this article. And this is Ripple, we are not replacing Swift. This is back in March, but still, the point is still relevant. As we can see, just a few points here. We know Marjan Delantine of Ripple now. She worked at Swift for 10 years, and they were also selling the GPI service, okay, kind of ex-Currents competitor. And she's just talking about the GPI Swift's attempt to innovate its offering in light of the rise of blockchain-based rivals. The initiative was first announced in 2015 and went live 2 years later, promising faster settlement times and an ability to track payments. According to Swift, on average, half of GPI payments are credited, not settled. Keyword, guys, this is just a band-aid type of product, to end beneficiaries within 30 minutes and almost all within 24 hours, down from what we could take days with Swift's previous solution. So again, as we can see this quote, it dismissed this upgrade as just a marginal improvement on very old architecture. And again, guys, we want to innovate in this world. This is unacceptable. Swift, founded in 1973, has more than 10,000. I usually see the number over 11,000 bank members, depending, who acquires who and merges. But again, guys, this is unacceptable. All right. Now, we know Ripple is the competitor. This is an older article, of course, so it's referencing XRP, of course, before on-demand liquidity was named, and they had that global framework. But guys, this is unacceptable if you ask me. It's really, really funny how people don't see what's happening. And okay, perhaps this title's right. We are not replacing Swift, but will Ripple somehow merge with Swift? Will perhaps Swift license some of the technology, or will they just go connect with another group if R3 works with them? It's anybody's guess. What I'm saying is that XRP is solving a real problem today for real customers, and it is more and more likely, as we are seeing corridors develop with some of the largest organizations in the world. It starts slow, but time and time again, they said this is a marathon, not a sprint. They said if XRP is not successful within 5 years, that they have failed. And this was probably said, in 2017? So we still have a few more years to really test it. And keep in mind, David Schwartz talks about this. And they go, okay, well, is price going to go up slowly and steady, or is it going to go up in huge batches pretty quickly? Then he said, well, once it starts going up slowly and steady from the adoption, investors are going to notice, traders are going to notice, banks and corporations are going to notice, and they're going to want to stockpile this asset, just like I talked about in my previous video, the benefits of that. And once they do that, there's going to be a speculative bull run combined with the utility-based bull run, and that is when price can move very, very fast. This is not hopium, guys. This is fact, and this is a possibility. There's a possibility XRP fails. Yes, I think that is very minuscule. I think that anything under $1 is a complete steal as an investment. I think long-term, USD is not going to be a good performer when comparing XRP. XRP is a no-brainer in my opinion. There are a lot of other altcoins as well, but I'm going off something that's solving real problems today if I'm going to invest the bulk of my money. So again, guys, let me know your thoughts down below, and I will see you in the next video.